Oh, we're in the back roads, bumpity, narrow, but this is good because it's giving me really the overall enjoyment of this truck, of the differences of the roads, the driving experiences. I just keep on saying over and over again, this front independent suspension is huge. Even I didn't realize. Chevy had this front independent suspension. I mean, I'm like, wow. And just because I haven't been on the Chevy product, haven't been interested. But the danger is too that once I get fixated on something, then I want the damn thing. And that's what happened. Once I got that Bison truck, that Bison Colorado, then I started thinking about this. I really did. I think about the 1500, which I like that, but I like the 2500 look better. I think the 2500 has a better, more aggressive, beefy, meaty type of look to it. And I just like the way it looks. That's the reality. But I love the way it drives. And I'm just really am going to continue to talk about how great this truck drives and how confident it is. And it's night and day from my Ford trucks, Super Duty, and the Ram trucks. But more so the Ford, because that's what I drive. I got rid of my Ram 3500 used 2014 white truck here a while back. So, and that's not the updated version, so it wouldn't be right really to use that as an example of a 2024. 10 years difference. Yeah, 2014 to 2024, 10-year difference model. That's pretty radical in the car industry, technology. So, you know, once again, it's just about how, wow, this truck really is performing extremely well. And me working out of it, living out of it. I'm going to take it to Florida for sure. I'll have the tow review on it. So there'll be a lot of things as I continue to own this truck that I can tell somebody, yeah, man, this is really a great package and it would be my preferable choice. Or as time progresses, I'm like, not so much. It's not really what I thought it's going to be. And that's the thing. It's really more than I thought it would be. That's why I'm very taken back, because I was loving the looks of the truck, and I was liking the idea to have two Bison vehicles in my mixture of vehicles with the Colorado Junior, Bison Junior, and having the Senior Bison 2500. So here we are in sharp, twisty turns, and this is a lot of truck, so got to be careful on a rainy day as we get sideways, right? But just beautiful country up here in this area north of Baltimore. You just think of Maryland. I can remember as a little kid, so I remember looking at the map when I was a little kid in New Jersey, and our next door neighbors, it was like a family of 7, moved to Maryland. And I always, just a little boy, I thought, wow, that state has to be so crowded because it's such a small state, even though New Jersey isn't really a big state. But I just always had this visualization that they were moving to a very densely populated state, not knowing that there's just so much country in Maryland still. I think we all kind of get that way. You hear of different parts of the country and you can have this assumptions that it's all this very densely populated area, not knowing that there's a lot of open space, a lot of farming. Look at all that. And there's the corn, and I've talked about on my channel on how when I was a kid, when you saw that corn coming up like that, once it got to be ready to be, whatever the word is, I don't think it's called the yield. I'm trying to think of the word they say when the crop has matured and they're going to do the pickings of all the corn. I remember, oh great, that means that school was right around the corner. And that's what's so interesting. It's right now the latter part of July, and it just seems like that's early. It just seems to me like that didn't really happen until more like in August. But I don't know, I'm not the farmer. As you can see, beautiful, beautiful country. And this truck is just so smooth. If you're really listening, the tires for the moment are really not an issue. What's this here? There are some really big buildings. It's all industrial park. That's what that is. And if there wasn't any traffic really on this road, it'd be really pretty motorcycle ride time too. But I would think up in this area, I'd have a hard time believing it'd be many days there wouldn't be a ton of traffic. As we come around the corner, here she comes with all the different types of personalities of the houses, and I get to see a lot of that. Old Kubota. This is a lot of truck. The only thing I would say is the brakes seem a little soft, but yet that Bison, Colorado, those brakes are incredible. This is a heavy truck, so when you get on the brakes, you really feel how big and heavy this truck is. So it's not that nimble. This isn't a nimble feeling truck. So if anybody's watching my channel thinking that if you have a 1500 series truck, or you're a mid-size truck like the Colorado or the Frontier, Tacoma, whatever it may be, you're going to be kidding yourself to get in this truck and think that because it has this so-called nice suspension under it, it's this really nimble feeling truck. No way. This is a heavy-duty feeling truck, and it really resonates that you're in a big-ass, beefy, bulky truck. And you can just feel the weights of it, but it absorbs the bumps phenomenally. But when I put on the brakes, you definitely feel how it takes a lot of energy to stop this truck. So to drive this truck like a sports truck, no way. I think you'll get yourself in trouble. We are lucking out, or should I say I'm a lucking out. Hey, 695's kind of broken loose here for a little bit. Wouldn't guarantee it's for long, but it is moving. That's a good thing. It's so much drier down here. So really weird as I get further south and get back home to even get any rain. Wow, just incredible. Such a short distance in my eyes of the rains versus no rains. Are we going to drive back into some rain? Actually, that would be a good thing for us. Drive back in some rain. It's kind of interesting to see that up ahead view, if you know what I mean. Makes it look like there's a bunch of mountains up ahead of us, but there's not. Very peculiar look to the background of the sky. That's kind of interesting. Even for me, it's like, you'd think we're driving up in the mountains, but that's not the case. How we're doing on fuel economy. Let's see here. Wow, 16.5. Does this thing go to the 17 miles per gallon? 18. You get 20 out of these things? I imagine you probably could. Come up on a guy that's adaptive work. I'm not using my foot. See, this is where it gets freaky. Yes, it's stopping. It's slowing down, but then it'll blast back off again because it thinks there's nothing ahead of us, or does it? You can see here, see no. But hands on the steering wheel. Man, that is such the illusion. And it's such the illusion, like you live out in Colorado or somewhere where you're literally driving into where it's a mass of, mountains in the background, or even down in Tennessee. But it's not. It's the cloud cover. I wonder if the camera gives that same illusion, where it just makes it look like you're driving into the mountains. When does the rain sensors figure it out? It hasn't done a swipe yet. There's the kid checking in. Wow. Whoa, just really, this is the time. These are these storms where the crashes happen. I mean, it's just like totally white out. And it's crazy as it's coming across. Look at these heavy rains. Now I'm going back, and it's the same thing all over again. Isn't that crazy? And that's really now like 2 hours. That's a good 2 hours ago that happened. This guy here, he just can't see. This guy should be in the right-hand lane, maybe, but probably going left up there. But yeah, you can't see. This is where you just drive into somebody. There's no those stories. This is where if you're on a motorcycle and you pull over the side of the road, oh, it's so dangerous. There are so many stories of people getting killed on the side of the road. You just can't see what's going on. Even the Waze isn't really telling you much per se. That's a little better now. And this, I can't even tell what this is. There's a car, I can't even see this car. Yeah, that guy doesn't have automatic lights, or he probably does, but he doesn't have them on. So he's clueless that they're totally black. Yeah, if you're riding a motorcycle, this is so hard to ride into. Silly people pull over the shoulder of the road. Hey, I have video of us that did that down there in Florida, and it's so dangerous. They're going to drive out of this, but what's so cool is look at that rear view camera. It gives you a really clear picture of what's going on. Yeah, we're going to drive through this, but this guy here, get up the road here. Oh boy, it's the typical live on the roads challenge. Now here's the interesting part. Does this have auto resume? Does it hold it for a second? Right now the adaptive cruise is on, so does it resume? No. So you have to take off yourself. You have to hit the resume button or hit the gas pedal. But oh, it's always the case. A crash. You know, it's always heavy rains. Doesn't surprise me. Surprise Waze until we get off of that last exit, and I can parallel this road all the way down. So if you only stop for like a few seconds, it's like my other cars. It seems like, but I'm not really sure on an electric truck on the F-150 Lightning. I don't know if they've updated that where it really is auto resume no matter how long you wait, because I just haven't been in the truck in stop and go traffic where it stops for any length of time. But this truck here, after it stopped for a while, I had to hit the gas pedal, or you just hit the resume button here and it'll take off. So, oh boy, how far back is this? I have no idea. Doesn't end. How are you on fuel economy? Wow, we're climbing. And this is nice. This is where, you know, the brake, when you're going back with gas and brake, it just wears your leg out. Coming back into Frederick, wow, it's incredible. Just went through some intense whiteout rain. This truck is so cool. This thing just rocks. I mean, I didn't want a video because it was a whiteout. But most people are just barely going down the road. This thing just walked by everybody like nothing. It's so confident. And to come back into Frederick and to see how, did we get much rain today? Be interesting to see back at home if we really seem to get much rain, because it's not all cleared up, but back there it was bad. I mean, it was really bad. But this truck just rocked. The rock. What was that old song? Chevy built like a rock. Who sang that? Was it Bob Seger, or I can't remember who that was. Jack Daniels? Not Jack. I don't know. Just can't remember. Some of you probably remember. But this truck here, it's just, in my eyes, for a heavy-duty truck, for this thing's road manners, it's just very, very impressive. Very confident. So yeah, my fuel mileage went down a little bit because of all that rain, and I'm just rocking. Coming back into Virginia, but boy, oh boy, tell you what, I don't know if you can see through the camera, but it sure seems like it's a lot drier down here and up there in that Baltimore, Bel Air, Maryland area. And boy, I tell you, I'd have to say we didn't get much rain at all down here. It's just kind of weird, isn't it? It's feast or famine. It seems like that's kind of how life operates. You get that if you've been around long enough. You know what's nice about brand new vehicles? How nice the windshield is. No scratches. No dings in it. As I get a rock chip, right? I'll jinx myself. Definitely get the windows tinted. Definitely get the strip across it. That's a for sure. Do I get a bed cover for it? Debatable. Look at that river. That river is really down. It's low. Very low. So yeah, it's just weird how the fronts are staying north of us down here. Because if up there in Maryland, if you're looking at the edge of the roads and the trees, it just seemed like the grass, like that grass there, see how dry that is? It just seemed like up there in that other area, it was a lot more green. It did to me, at least. Coming down the home stretch of all the yabba dabba doing in my 2500 truck, I try to make a video of my first real driving day working in the vehicle. I like to do that, and I just feel like I can radiate back to so many others that are wondering about what the next truck they're going to buy. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me and go, hey, you know, I watched your channel, and like the F-150 Tremor truck, I had a lot of people go out and buy that truck because of my videos, because I just loved that F-150 Tremor truck. I really did. It's pretty incredible how I sacrificed it and got the kid that 450. That's what was traded for the I got the Lightning truck, and then I kind of came to closure. Why do I need the F-150 Tremor truck? But you know, whatever. There's one thing for sure in my life, right there, makes me think of my Chevy upbringing right there. You know, Bob Seger. Wow, the kid beat me home. That's pretty crazy. Everybody beat me home. Hey, is anybody home? Anybody home? Oh my gosh. My God. Oh, yeah. The car business, right? The car business. You're in the car business, dude. Okay, I'm back home, safe and sound. And wow, what a day, what a day. What a great truck. Love it. I love the new Wrangler. I love the Wrangler Goodyear tires. Those things really did really well in the rain. Very confident tire, not making a lot of noise. Never been a big Goodyear Wrangler guy, but I am liking that. Loving the ZR2 package, loving the Bison package. What a great truck. Loving the Chevy product. Love the Duramax, love the Allison. So what's the negatives on it? I don't know. I haven't really seen any negatives on it. It means a lot of truck. I think the brakes are really good, but it's a lot of truck. So I don't really have any per se negatives. I mean, you can get picky and say that the interior should have massaging seats the amount of money you spent. Here's all my food that lasted through the day pretty well, hopefully. So you could say it needs to have a moonroof, which I really don't want one. Sunroof's plenty for me. So at the moment, I don't really have negatives on it. I think it's just a really great truck, and I really like the package, and I'm very, very happy. So I'm very happy with my purchase. No regrets here, and anybody out there that looking at trucks, I would highly recommend you drive the Chevy or GMC 2500 HD truck and really see the difference from how the front suspension is a whole different setup from the Fords and the Rams. And I really think that you're going to be very, very happy personally. But at the same time, can't beat the Ram interior. The Ram interiors are very nice. And the Rams are being updated, so there's a lot of variables there. But hey, that's it. I talk a lot. So appreciate watching my channel. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and stay tuned for the morning conversations. God bless. Wow, the Bronco is getting an official bath. Is this the first bath or second bath?
I've given it a bath at home.
So it's hard to believe. When did we get this vehicle?
November.
Wow, November last year. This is only the second time we've cleaned it.
Yeah.
Wow. One of you on YouTube subscribers reached out and said, how much time do you spend cleaning your vehicles? And I thought, That's a dangerous question, because if I spent a lot of time, I wouldn't even have a life. But there it is, and it's getting cleaned up. But this is such a cool color because it just shows all the dirt. All right, back to me, right? That's all about me, right? See you later.